You got to defend yourself better than that on your own podcast. But Wayno was being unreasonable.
You can't go that hard for another man in podcasting, man. You're automatically just like gonna get hit with the rider allegation. The way the comments went at us, I said, damn, I didn't do what Maul did.
Maul was honestly like as passionate as he probably could be. Like he had the spirit of a pastor.
He will literally sit there and say nothing. And nothing until Joe wakes him up.
$5 Patreon.
Yeah.
We told, all the real
Yeah, we did. We told him the entire game plan of why the pre-show is shorter than normal, but it's packed with information.
So somebody inevitably has to play that role. But the problem with this is Melissa Ford does that perfectly, nigga.
Shannon Sharpe is beefing with Shaq.
Player
You
that
call that
Shaq
nigga
is.
gay, he loses his mind, though.
But that's because it's probably true. Myron is like, he's immaculate. But not in the way that you would think when I say that word.
I already knew the episode was going to be bullshit when they were talking about the roast.
Bow wow wow, yippee yo, yippee yay, people. Welcome back to another installment of the Homeroom University podcast. See, this is the podcast about your favorite podcast. I am your classmate, Tone Groove.
Jay Nobles.
AJ the Menace.
White man isn't here. Yeah, you know what I mean?
He's in somebody there currently.
He'll be rolling in about an hour.
Yeah.
I was about to say.
Yeah, roughly about an hour.
But y'all gonna hear some Jamaican music just start playing.
Yeah, for sure. But this episode is getting recorded a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
What is this? 3 days earlier than we would normally record it.
Yeah, but say table is dirty.
Yeah,
than usual.
3 days earlier.
As y'all can see,
oranges and peanuts.
Clean up, man.
You kind of just jumped right in. He ain't even.
You got cigarette ash on the table. Y'all get yourself together,
it's
man.
all good,
But
look, y'all don't understand the unorganized. If you want to know why.
$5 Patreon.
Yeah.
We told, all the real niggas.
We did. We told them the entire game plan of why the pre-show is shorter than normal, but it's packed with information.
Yeah, and it's honestly pivotal information because this episode is going to be a little bit shorter than usual.
Right.
But, we still going to do what we do. And if you haven't already liked the video, subscribe. Office Hours, if you don't know. Any questions or concerns about any podcast that we talk about, just, put it down in the comments, hashtag Office Hours.
Facts. All right, well, yeah, let's jump right in. Do y'all have a preference on where we start? Y'all want to start Akademiks and Flagrant? Where y'all want to start?
Let's come in hot.
Let's talk about something funny.
Okay.
What's up with the Wayno shit?
Wayno, brother Wayno, old co-host of Everyday Struggle after Joe and Star left. Technically part of the Boring Avengers, but everything is getting retracted on this one right here.
It takes more than one.
I called him part of the Boring Avengers for the Dreamville Festival stream.
Yeah.
Oh, you called him that?
Well, he was part of that group. He was part of that group, everybody had a specialty of that. They all contributed to it. Though,
like it's not his fault, but
he wasn't the crutch of it. You know what I'm saying?
He was definitely that Rocket Raccoon.
He was definitely part of that squad, though. But Wayno, number one, he started a podcast. You can give us a little bit of background about the podcast because I can't remember what the name of it is. I'll look it up while you tell us a little bit.
I was about to say,
it.
so the podcast, it's very simple. It's nothing too crazy. It's literally just him and a camera. I think he has somebody behind the camera, but they don't even really speak a word. And it's only one episode of the podcast. There's 2 videos on YouTube, but I think it's only one episode of the podcast.
So
but
they in the origin phase still. They're getting their baby steps. They're really still finding their footing, right?
Yeah, I mean, Wayno been in this shit so long. Even if he starts something new, is it really new?
Yeah, it's a new venture. It's always a new venture. Because it's never ensured that your audience is going to follow you everywhere you go. Some people don't have it like that.
Y'all fuck with Wayno as a person?
I do like Wayno.
I respect Wayno.
I like for sure.
Yeah.
That's really what?
He hasn't done anything I thought that was stupid
Hear
enough.
me out.
Hear me out. Hear me out.
Is that the name of it?
And he just up there.
This is an old podcast that he used to have called Hear Me Out. Let me go back to his
It's not on his YouTube page. Just go to his YouTube page.
I thought I found his YouTube page, but you know what? When I followed him on Instagram, and I found his YouTube page, the YouTube page that he had linked in the bio only had 1,000 subscribers, 1,600 subscribers. Yeah. But the one that I just found has 21,000, but it looks like he hasn't uploaded there for 2 years. So he did 3 episodes and then just stopped doing that podcast pretty much.
So he just has a YouTube channel.
Yeah, so he's relaunching with a brand new YouTube channel, it looks like.
And it's probably going to be an actual podcast coming, but If you do want to watch the new YouTube video, it's in podcast formula. It's everything a podcast is.
So he's dolo too. On top of that,
yeah, which is kind of crazy. Like it was watchable. Like I can listen to Wayno by himself and not feel uncomfortable. Like,
yeah, and honestly, the whole one person on the mic, and it's really you and your
thoughts
and your producer. I feel like.
Yeah,
like there's
they
normally
could be a good ad-libber, but
but it's really you. You're really carrying it, but it's that's that text-only format.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
Not everybody could do that though, especially
it's actually one of the hardest forms to do
in a sustainable way. Like
in a sustainable way for
a
sure.
dude like Bill Burr can do it, but that's because he stands up and does it every fucking night. So it's
That's
different
true.
just talking to yourself and trying
That's
to keep
true.
the continuous flow. But
and it depends. Like a lot of people that do the one-man podcast, they're literally talking about things they want to talk about, which in turn makes it easier. Like Tim Dillon, political. Bill Burr,
that's true.
Just asking people questions, people asking them questions, answering questions.
Yeah, that's
it's never
true.
nothing outside of what they already do.
Yeah, I never tried that. I don't think I've done one-man podcasts before, but man, my shit sucked. Like my energy, my energy was all over the place is because I couldn't figure out where I wanted my energy to be at by myself.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So it was like,
it's a weird flow.
yeah, I felt like I kept doing too much at moments, and then I felt like I was doing too little at other moments, but there's nobody here, nigga. It was me, the camera, and the computer, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm like, damn, this is way fucking harder. You know what I'm saying?
That's why I respect Instagram Live as like its own piece of artwork, because people who do it right, the people on there, and they can just convey a message, and it's poetic and it just flows.
No, I can do live. That I can do.
It's kind of the same thing.
It's a little bit easier.
What with Twitch?
What's the difference?
The difference is, even though you're by yourself, there's still a chat.
Yeah, it's a chat.
It's still a chat. Yeah, the chat makes you not alone.
Yeah.
You know, so even
gives you a crutch.
And even if nobody's typing in the chat and there's just a number and it says 5, there are 5 people you're talking to. You know what I mean? So it's literally not just numero uno.
So you might have 5-person energy. You get what I'm saying?
Right, exactly.
You know exactly how to dictate the tone.
Fact.
That's the thing. Even if there's one person in the room, that's enough to like kind of siphon energy off of.
Yeah,
you
that's
know
true.
what I mean? So that's really all you need.
Even if it's just a person doing the computer work.
Literally.
Because back then, even if they don't laugh out loud, them smiling, you know you're on to something.
And it's just energetic.
So you watch his full podcast of the new one.
Yeah, the new one.
Which I don't know I can't even tell what the name is even by the...
It's no name, but
it's just
literally...
like, is it over yet?
Is it over yet? 𝐷𝙾𝙳 versus Drizzy Beef.
Continued.
And honestly, y'all can imagine what he said. Just basically his opinion on just the whole situation as far as like Kendrick winning and, you know, his stance on it. But it was pretty good. It was pretty good.
And honestly,
y'all would probably love it based off what he said.
Yeah, and honestly, you're right.
Yeah.
We should never do music takes again, apparently.
Yeah.
And but outside of that, the only reason that we're like highlighting that too is because what went viral, it wasn't from Wayno's podcast, it was an appearance he did.
Yeah.
At Mr. J Hill Network. Oh,
Yeah,
this dude is a
shout out
network.
Jay Hill.
Yeah, shout out to Jay Hill. You're an empathetic guy.
Is that the word?
Yeah, you're an empathetic guy. You allowed another person to convey his feelings and emotions without interruption. Sadly, he didn't give you that same gesture.
Exactly. Yeah, nah.
Wayno cooked this nigga, bruh. Holy shit, he was cooking that nigga.
On his own podcast.
And
like,
with 3 words, too. What's your opinion?
Yeah, literally.
Like, what's your opinion?
And that's a rare occurrence, unless you're like a fresh and fit.
Yeah,
You're normally not getting cooked on your own platform.
That's true. Yeah, the dude. But I mean, what Wayno said, what do you think? It's so loud though, because that's how most people move, especially with music. But like most people, their feeling is based off of what they've read.
Yeah.
And honestly, bro, and it's just human nature, even for myself. Like, I can't hear too much reactions of something because when I'm going into it, if I've watched too many reaction, I'm just looking for all the reasons that people said these things.
Yeah, like
you know what I mean?
If I watch a No Jumper video and I'm anticipating on talking about it up here, I'm not looking at the comments.
Yeah, I can't.
Like, it's one of those things. Like,
yeah, but, because I just did that recently with that Breakfast Club interview. Some chick that's facing 40 years.
Damn.
But she broke she's like the district. I don't know. Long story short,
Sure sounds important.
I was watching the Star was shitting on him. shitting on her, like, yeah, you have to do the time. Like, you literally broke the law. But as I'm like watching it, I'm like, where's the parts that he's looking for? And I was like, fuck, this is ruining my experience of like just watching it with a fresh mind. Because I heard somebody already shitting on this moment.
And the human mind's a tricky thing.
It really
if you
is,
put a
bro.
lens in front of it, it's going to see in that color.
And it's funny because it's like people, you know, kind of pooped on our opinions, but opinions is literally what makes you an individual.
Right.
You know what I mean? And some people, I saw some comments that were like, all right, bad opinion, I'll take that. But like some of these comments was like, y'all shouldn't have a headspace in hip hop. Like y'all brain shouldn't even conceive the thoughts of hip hop conversations.
But you know they don't mean that.
Yeah,
it's the internet. You know, that's what comes with this game.
I genuinely believe they do mean that though.
Some of them.
I do, bro. I do.
Some of them.
I think they feel it, but like deep down, are they gonna sign a petition?
There was a nigga
to get us to never talk about rap again.
Actually,
like, how much do you really give a fuck? That's what I'm saying.
They don't.
Tony, there was a nigga in the comments, and I was about to respond to your bitch ass. He was like, y'all guys' takes are stupid. The main consensus is that Kendrick won. I had to delete the comment. I was about to go crazy on the stage. The main consensus? Are you a grown man? What does the main consensus even mean?
That's a vaginal word, right?
That's a vaginal word. That's a very like
nigga taking surveys.
The nigga spotting. Why he watching us?
But going back to what Wayno said, but what do you think?
What is your opinion?
Yeah, because right now, just let's play that clip. Y'all are only going to hear audio. We're not going to be able to put anything on the screen right now.
Because white man is not here.
Because white man's not here, but this shit hits either way, so.
Kendrick Lamar is overrated.
Bro, yes.
Where's he overrated at? Tell me who's overrated.
So you're telling me I'm the only person in the world who thinks Kendrick Lamar is overrated.
No, because people think Drake is overrated.
Because
people think Drake is overrated. So wait, I'm asking you specifically what makes him overrated.
He's overrated to me because a lot of...
to you, what makes him overrated?
Bro, but it's my opinion. What are you talking about?
I'm asking you. All right, so we can't have... Wait. So we can't have a contextual conversation.
I'm saying what makes him overrated. I'm about to tell you.
You just keep saying, yo, he's just overrated to me because I don't like him. Tell me what makes him overrated to you.
I'm about to tell you. Okay. He's overrated because a lot of people think he's number one. I just compared him to Kawhi Leonard.
He said his opinion and said a lot of people.
Bro.
Go ahead.
What the? Wait, listen, bro. Listen.
Because you said this is my opinion and you said a lot of people.
Bro, because this is my opinion. I see a lot of people with him and I think they put him.
What do you think?
I'm telling you, this is what I think. Wayne.
You got to defend yourself better than that on your own podcast. But Wayno was being unreasonable. Because
you think so?
I know exactly what he was not about to say.
Yeah.
But his whole thing for saying a lot of people think he's overrated, like a lot of people have to think something for you to think that he's underrated. You get what I'm saying? He was about to break into like a lot of people think he's this good. Me, on the other hand, thinks otherwise. But Wayno wouldn't let him get past. Why you going off with the other niggas say? You taking surveys and shit.
But at the same time,
he didn't let him get past that point. But like just based off how he set it up, I'm like, I think he's going in that direction.
It's kind of like he is.
My bad. Something's over there.
Oh, okay. It's kind of like what he did with it's kind of like what happened with the white man argument. Oh no, we just tripped.
Oh shit. It was De Niro. He was making a lot of noise, nigga.
You're stupid.
I just wanted to get red bar. But it's walking.
It's almost like the with Lauren when you stopped him on the Amanda Seals joint. It's like we know where you're going, but it's same with this nigga. You can't start with when I ask you a question about your opinion. You can't start with a lot of people. It's like you fucked that up. You have to rephrase that.
You have to rephrase it, and if that is your opinion, you can rephrase it because it's coming from here.
Yeah,
you get what I mean. So you just gotta rework it. And he wasn't trying to do that. Dog, he wasn't trying to do that. He was literally about to bring up other people's opinions to kind of
validate his
to make a safety net,
which makes it crazy though, because it's like I'm only asking about yours. I didn't ask about nobody else's.
What I'm saying.
So it's kind of hard, bro. But when Wayno hit him with that, the nigga's face was like, the nigga was defeated, bro.
Because this nigga won't shut up.
God, he hooked him, bro. Holy shit.
And it was,
but there's so many people like that. It's so regular, bro. Most people, especially nowadays, the shit that they feel is from everything they've heard.
Yeah.
And honestly, we're not even even in the Drake and Kendrick Lamar battle at all, bro. We can't even say right now that Family Matters goes crazy. Like you're not allowed to vocally say that.
Yeah.
I already,
for some reason.
Like I know Kendrick won. It's not even close. He won.
Yeah.
But Family Matters goes crazy. That's an issue to a lot of people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Like those things aren't mutually exclusive.
Right. It's like, bro, I acknowledge who the fuck won, but there's still wins in this. You know what I'm saying? On both sides.
And then, you know, I did go to, because I had to do some research. I went to Mr. J Hill page.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just trying to see what he posts, what his podcast is about.
Because, I mean, it says network, so he must have more than one show.
If you go to his page, it's basically just him. He's not even talking to people all the time.
Okay.
He does, but they're not as interesting as 𝔓𝷄.
Gotcha.
Like 𝔓𝷄 is probably one of the more interesting people he talked to in the last couple of months. Like, just go to his page and scroll down.
I'm looking at it, yeah. And I've seen
It's
this.
a bunch of randoms.
Well, I'm not gonna call them randoms, but it's still, you know.
Did you recognize? Did you recognize any of them?
I mean,
It looked like wane gave him a crazy stimulus package.
that's what I'm saying. 𝔓𝷄 gave him something.
Based off these views.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, shout out to J Will, man. You know, in the future, just hold your conviction stronger.
Yeah, nah, man.
Maybe that's why he doesn't podcast with a lot of people.
Yeah, because his point gets pushed off too easy.
that might happen more than once. You know what I'm saying?
But that might be a whole other category of podcasting. Like, come on my podcast and prove me wrong.
That literally
It's like
lose.
Steven Crowder shit, but instead of winning every time he losing.
Yeah, true.
Yeah,
I'll watch it.
Not everybody has like a podcast to have an opinion. Like some people have it just to market whatever
That
they
is
want to
true.
market to get in whatever market.
I got a book coming out.
That is true, because it's that's the thing that's funny with like podcasters, and we are just kind of generally just like talking about what this nigga's page might be like. We don't know either. You know what I'm saying?
we can't see it because white man's not here.
We are
Well,
assuming.
not even that, just like the content outside of that. But yeah, even with a lot of these podcasts, sometimes before I'll be like, I'm thinking, oh, I'm about to cook this shit. Like, this shit sucks. And then I'll be like, step back, because I'm like, this is just a paycheck for this nigga. He actually doesn't give a fuck about this podcast.
Like it's
So
not that
me cooking it, what's the point?
Yeah, you saying it's bad is not gonna hurt his feelings.
it's not, because he was never in it to make it good anyway.
He might just be upset that you're talking a little loud. You might
That's about it.
you might convince some other people listening, but
yeah.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. But outside of that, there's so many people with podcasts that bro, they're never trying to make that shit good.
Bro, like in a podcast, man, it's like a new website.
Yeah.
You feel me? For like some businesses and like some people.
Yeah.
Like same way you need a website, now you gotta have a podcast.
there's a bunch of niggas with useless LLCs and shit too.
Hell yeah, nigga.
But shout out to 𝔓𝷄 going crazy. I'm definitely gonna check out his solo, like the 𝔓𝷄 show. Well, I don't even know if it's the 𝔓𝷄 show. Let's just call it the 𝔓𝷄 show for now. Just 'cause I'm not sure what it is. There's no titles in there.
The 𝔓𝷄
But
show.
if it's got elements of that energy, and 𝔓𝷄 talks good music commentary anyway. You know what I mean? Like I enjoyed him on Everyday Struggle.
That's his forte.
Because he has good music commentary. And he's
He's vetted in the industry.
he's vetted. Yeah, like he was one of those people that had the internship at Rock Nation type shit. You know, like
managerial experience. He's been through the ringer with the rap nigga.
yeah, for real. So that's the person that
Hopefully
we do
no
want to
Diddy
hear
parties.
from. Yeah,
That
that's the
nigga
person
was
we do want to hear from.
managing Rock Marciano before he was pimping.
So, but yeah, let's move over to somebody else's whose performance was also through the roof. Rory and Mal podcast. Yo, Mal.
Yeah, has he just took a famous pill like I want to be the nigga pill? Shout out to Maul.
Mal's been going because as y'all know, Rory and Mal drops on Tuesday. We drop on Tuesday, so they're never going to be included in that show when it happens. But then we always get these comments like, make sure y'all cover that shit. It's like, I wish you niggas. It's just impossible, you know?
This isn't live. It's not a real premiere.
Right.
It's a fake YouTube premiere.
So yeah, bro, Mal is one of the people that's on the Drake side, like fully, and not just on the Drake side. During that beef, he was one of the people being fed information.
Wonder what his comments look like.
Yeah. Oh my God. Insane.
Oh, they're going crazy.
They're going crazy, and it's
Yeah.
not even just his comments. It's on a national level. They're going crazy on this nigga. Like
It's personal now.
bro, because his energy. I mean, it was lit. In terms of podcasting, nigga, it was up, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, period. Like,
the tone was there, the inflections.
right, yeah. Like, there's nothing bad I can say about the podcast performance.
What
The
more you
nigga
want from the
was
nigga?
The nigga was going crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I guess it's just funny. You can't go that hard for another man in podcasting, man. You're automatically just like gonna get hit with the dick rider allegation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
It's just too easy, especially if I
It's
don't
too
have
easy.
a point to refute you. It's like, nigga, you glazing.
yeah, bro. It's too easy just to catch that L, the public perception L.
Because we didn't even go that far with Drake, but niggas was calling us glazers. You know what I mean? Like,
Bro, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, the way the comments went at us, I said, damn, I didn't do what Maul did. That's kind of crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Maul was honestly like as passionate as he probably could be. Like he had the spirit of a pastor.
He sounded like DJ Akademiks in a voice.
I don't know
what
if
he really wanted to say on screen.
Yeah.
I don't know if we've ever seen a performance like that from him on Joe Budden.
Nah, we definitely have. But
we have, okay.
And I'm only saying that just because let's be honest, like we probably have.
Yeah, we probably have. Let's play him going crazy.
He was defending him like they go to the same beard groomer.
Bruh, shit. The nigga's passion is through the roof, though.
He was speaking facts, though.
And he's speaking facts? Oh, shit.
He had a better strategy.
You about to have a lot of shit, too.
I'm about to open this can of worms. I'm trying to take this 40 ball from all. Put some energy on it, nigga.
Hell, no.
Nah, I'm not going to say
I'm about to say, you don't even care about it that much. But it's...
Yeah, nah, for real, honestly.
Yeah, nah.
There was a moment in this rant, too, when he took a shot at Joe, or not he didn't take a shot at Joe.
I did see that clip.
Rory made a joke about somebody helping somebody, because, you know, Drake took Kendrick on his first tour and he helped him. And he was like, you know, that other guy's helped us. He was like, don't ever speak that nigga's name in my presence. I said, shit.
Yeah, because the whole opinion was like, you know, is it bad to talk shit about people that have helped you build your career?
Right.
And then Roy was like, we did that.
Right,
and then and that nigga Ma was like, yo, Rory, don't ever bring that nigga name up around me, son. I'm gonna take he slammed his fitted on the ground, nigga.
He was pissed.
Yeah, he was mad as shit.
But he was pissed like he was the one that lost the rap beef.
Well, it's almost like if he was being fed information, that means he has a stock in it. And once you have a race,
that's true.
once you have a horse in the race, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's true.
If you lose, you're gonna be fucking upset.
Hell yeah.
It's that simple. And plus, I feel like a lot of the reaction comes from just how the internet is perceiving things with Kendrick. Like, they're violently supporting him.
No, they are.
So almost it feels like in response, he has to match that energy. Even though you don't, that is a light-skinned nigga that can defend himself. But...
Yeah, and speaking of that, too, did y'all see that Drake posted some shit posted a clip of somebody talking about they might take themselves out? I said, this nigga is taking the sympathy route. I can't believe you went there. But that shit was disgusting me. I'm like,
he took a whole route?
He took a...
I need to see this. What happened today?
He posted something on his story, and it was a clip from a movie.
Yeah.
And, you know, these niggas are coded. These coded-ass rapper niggas. Yeah. And it was pretty much the guy laying on
like
the floor.
You're not one of them.
Right. No, my shit is plain English, nigga. I can tell you right now, you're not catching double and triple entendres from AJ to Menace.
I was about to say,
You might get half a tundra.
I'm telling you exactly what it is. Yeah, you'll catch a half a tundra. Yeah. But long story short, there was a clip from a movie, and some guy was laying on the ground, and he was talking about, I want to take myself out or whatever. And then the movie premise, like in the description, it's like, when everybody's conspiring against you and the pressure's weighing so much, an accountant wants to off himself. They're saying Drake is posting this on his story.
Well, he's getting suicidal?
Yeah, exactly. And I was like, nigga, you lost the battle. Lose the battle with your chin up. Don't try to get us to weep over that shit. But fuck that. I ain't like that shit.
And that might be allegedly because you saw that clip of Akademiks on stream and was like, if Drake was gonna drop, I would know the date. If he's gonna drop. Yeah. Like he even said it like that.
Apparently he was supposed to drop that day that his house got shot and the security guard got shot.
They said he's gonna drop May 12th.
I don't think I give a fuck anymore.
Yeah.
You know, but it will be interesting to see if the stuff that he's exposing or that he did expose does turn the tides later on the Kendrick. Because I can understand Maul's frustration because it did seem like a foolproof plan. I just don't think anybody expected myself, Meet the Grams to just like stomp all over that Family Matters rollout and information rollout. Yeah. And the video coded messages of the fake daughter and Edo allegations. It's like maybe those things will, I don't know. I don't know if the tides will ever turn as time tells, but right now it doesn't matter. Nobody's all these facts that like the Drake people want us to like hone in on. I don't think anybody gives a fuck. The general public. Nope. I'm curious about it personally, but most people don't care about it. Yeah. But I wonder if it will turn at some point.
Most people don't give a fuck. We just saw a public beheading of a nigga that was a king in his field for a very long time. Even if you have no rat in the race, like you said, or I think you was racing horses.
In the race.
But I'm gonna race rats. Even if you have no rats Willard. In that motherfucker.
Like some Willard shit.
Literally. It is still enjoyable to watch an icon fall.
It is. It's
not
always
enjoyable.
It's enjoyable to watch Rome get conquered. People love that type of thing.
Yeah, watching a nigga crash and burn. And I guess,
Fall from grace.
Maul was in his, Maul was part of his Kingsguard. You know what I'm saying?
Maul turned light skinned for about 15 minutes on the podcast. It was incredible.
He was a part of his Templar. But it's also easier when the nigga at hand isn't technically a nigga at hand.
Right.
You know what I mean? He's something other. He's the other, apparently.
He could be anything if he really wanted to. Middle Eastern, Arab.
Mr. Miscellaneous.
Yeah. The Rory Maul podcast has been doing, the performance-wise has been getting a lot better. I don't know. It's just for me, though. For me, I don't buy into it. I tune in when moments like this happen.
Yeah.
Like, that's when I watch. But it's just never been on my rotation. And I'm having a hard time putting it on my rotation.
You a busy man, and things like this shouldn't be forced. It's got to be a natural progression.
Yeah, I got to naturally enjoy it.
But I feel like you're trying to figure out why, how you can naturally enjoy it.
I am.
Maybe I need some celery juice while I listen to it.
I
feel like you be going through.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, I want to, because I don't think it's bad all the time. I do think there's time. I've watched so many that I didn't enjoy.
That it left a bad aftertaste.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes, I watched so many that I didn't enjoy that I having a hard time, even if it does get better, committing it to a rotation.
That's the tricky thing.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes
saying?
perfect sense.
Yeah.
And that's the tricky thing with podcasts is it's such long form investments.
Yeah.
That if I don't like it, it's hard to get me back again unless you got some fire clips.
And then when it was already, I was actively trying to add it to my rotation, had multiple misses on my end. Now it's I'm just gonna come for the clips, bro. You know what I'm saying? And just when y'all hit the radar on Twitter or whatever, then I'll lock in.
Pull a Charlemagne.
Literally.
Yeah, pretty much tune in when you're hot.
Yeah. When you're on the top of the hill.
When you're on the top, nigga.
It's so easy to get there.
All of a sudden, Rory Maul goes in our fucking description. You know what I'm saying?
Sleazy. You know what I'm saying?
I got to feed off this energy y'all got over there.
Shout out to Charlemagne. We learn from the best.
We learn from the best.
Yeah.
And why have the facts? We learn from the brilliant idiots. The fuck? Just make it funny. Then nobody cares about the facts.
Literally.
Yeah.
What's the saying? Nobody cares
about the truth or the lies more entertaining.
Yeah, nah, you listened. You listened well.
All right.
Lying your ass off, nigga.
So let's go over to the Joe Budden podcast. Perfect segue from Rory and Maul. So the Joe Budden podcast,
it's like you impressed yourself.
Right. They, of course, covered the Drake, Kendrick, the best. I mean, Joe's the best at doing it. It's in terms of that real deep dive, what an artist is thinking, what a rapper's thinking, where the missteps were in bars.
Because he was a player too.
Yeah, because he was one of the best. He was one of the best in that time period. You know what I'm saying?
Which is because I don't think he was worried about podcast scheduling. You know how the beef is happening live in the moment every day?
It had stopped. They had to stop at some point, I think.
But I think he was one of the only personalities in media that was like, I'm going to talk about it when I talk about it. Because what I have to say is still going to land.
Well, I don't even think it was, I think it became that energy. We'll talk about it when I talk about it, because I think they tried to do one emergency pod. Even when they dropped the one with Akademiks, that was the first one I didn't even listen all the way through. That was the first time Akademiks and Joe were on screen, and I didn't even finish it because it was so old. We had 4 more tracks after they recorded it. So
everything they say is nothing and void.
Yeah, so I think he just got to the point where he was just like, bro, we can't talk about this shit till it's over. It's clearly happening too fast.
Yeah.
So this was finally, it's done, at least for now. We'll just, if niggas want to keep going at it, it'll just be one-offs at this point. But the heat of the battle is done. There's a winner.
Exactly.
And they went through it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that shit was fire as hell. They killed it. Per usual. I said this last time. Joe, Imani, and
It's whatever you want it to be, apparently.
pretty much. Yeah. Joe, Imani, and Ice are always the all-stars on music takes. In terms of it's not even close. When it comes to breaking down some bars and some music, these are the niggas that I want to hear from. Yeah. Oh, and Parks. Sorry, Parks.
Parks,
for sure.
Which makes sense. For the most part, they're all embedded into music. Queens Flip with battle rap.
Well, the thing that's interesting is Queen's Flip. This is so interesting with Queen's Flip. I don't need him in those conversations, even though he adds to it. Of course, I'm not. Yeah. It's just those 4. I'm good with just those 4. I'll be. You know what I mean? but he adds to it. But Flip is killing the music reactions on his YouTube channel.
Yo, I saw
They're
that
going crazy.
when he was
crazy.
Where did he get that plexiglass? Did you see that shit?
It doesn't matter. It probably fell off a truck.
Yeah, it doesn't matter, bro. His level of creativity of what he'll break next, how he'll react, whether it be shirt off, water on the head. The nigga had a... It's like...
It's Carrot Top levels of...
It's Bert Kreischer.
Of orchestration.
It's damn near the black Bert Kreischer in a sense.
He's actually better than Bert Kreischer.
I haven't watched...
You know what?
I don't know, dog.
I don't know if I can say that.
And that's the thing, because it's Bert Kreischer mixed in with like maybe a little bit of like Robin Williams, because he breaks shit. He's fucking everywhere.
It's like Boom Gang and Bert.
Yeah.
He combines Boom Gang with the Bert.
The nigga had a piece of drywall. I didn't even see this coming.
That's what I'm saying.
He had a piece of drywall and jumped through the drywall. I was like,
that's miraculous.
This is fantastic.
And it's one of those things where like, why hasn't he tried to set his shit up like Kai in a sense? Because he
live streaming.
Okay. Granted, it might take a lot of time. Yeah. But you know how Kai, when he's playing a Japanese game, all of a sudden he's a shogun.
Oh yeah. Like, I know what you're saying.
Flip can do that in his way.
Flip could have his own Eric Andre show.
Yeah, literally.
To where it's just a bunch of random shit. It could be satirical as it is if he wants it to be, but yeah.
And it wouldn't be hard to find a Hannibal for him.
Yeah, nah.
No.
Especially in New York.
hard person to find in that equation is Queen's Flip. Like, you got to find a person who's willing to put his body on the line for a joke.
And Joe Budden, shout out to Joe Budden, because he definitely knows when a rap battle is over. Shout out to Lil B too.
Yeah, but this is the reason that we brought this up, because the Flip thing kind of sidetracked us, which is fine, because he's
finally doing something
funny.
It
needs to be mentioned that like it was funny. It did seem like ever since at the end of last year when Joe was like, Flip ain't going viral in a minute, and then he started doing viral counters for niggas, and Flip was still at 0. Flip is at like 5 or 10 right now, because he's covered every single one.
Yeah, he went to his old playbook. Let me be Wreck-It Ralph.
He went to his old playbook, so shout out to Flip. Yeah. But the reason I brought that up is because Ish sucks the fucking energy out of the room. And so, remember a couple months ago, it was like everybody hates Ice.
Yeah.
Like that was the theme, or it was a narrative being driven.
It was a narrative.
It was a safe assumption.
It was a safe assumption. And probably, I'll say, since we watched Danny a lot, he was definitely one of the forerunners of this.
I'm about to say, we just talked about opinions shaping your opinions, and that's what happens.
Yeah, so he was definitely one of those, and that was his opinion, but a lot of people agree with it. You know what I'm saying?
Because a part of it was true.
Yeah, part of it's still true. But Ish being a energy life sucker out of the room is now the new narrative. And it's something that I've said before, and it's just like, I think it's at the forefront now. The thing with Ish that's so weird and interesting, so now niggas are starting to study his body language. I didn't study his body language before, but now that they're pointing it out, I'm like, yeah, I guess that does irritate me a little bit. But like, he's just like closed up. Hands are always in his pocket, because he's got that Ish. Reserved. But it's not even reserved of I'm reserved in this conversation for my moment. It's reserved in as I'm just sitting here because I have to be sitting here. Like it doesn't feel like he wants to go. He doesn't feel like he wants to be there.
It just feels like he's going through the theater of the mind right now.
That's it, bro.
He's thinking about muffins or whatever is his thing.
Which is fine for a week. Because you're gonna have that. That's gonna happen.
That's gonna happen.
But this has been
But if this is a regular thing, and this has always been a thing. Because it's something that I've always said, I think I said it a couple weeks ago. I was like, especially if you're listening to just the audio, first of all, it's
energy is everything.
It's like he will literally sit there and say nothing. And nothing until Joe wakes him up. Or he wakes up on business talk. He wakes up in man and women dynamic conversations. Like those two conversations, you probably can't get him to shut up on. You know what I mean? But if it's not those two, you pretty much have to like, yo, what's up, nigga? Like, what do you think? You know what I'm saying?
He's approaching it like a classroom. Like, I'm only going to raise my hand if I know the answer. And it's like, I don't be knowing the answers most of the time.
And Joe has to point at him when like everybody's volunteered and you haven't. Like, that's how Joe has to fucking
your turn, nigga.
Activate this nigga. Like, and like randomly throughout the show, it's you hear Joe. Ish, what up? You know how he'll just hype everybody up. Yeah, we in this bitch. Parks, what up? Ish, what up? Wake up. We in this bitch. I'm like, why did we have to keep waking this nigga up? You know what I'm saying? Like,
all this positive self-talk in the morning.
Hey, but in that, so obviously the energy is lit on the full Drake breakdown, right?
Yeah.
At the end, they're dancing and partying to Not Like Us.
Yeah.
And this nigga won't even stand up. Royce the 5'9" gets in the IG comments and just straight cooks this nigga.
What'd he say?
He said,
Yeah, he did kind of cook that nigga.
He said, Ish acting like the kid who can't drink with the homies because he got a job interview in the morning. Get the gotta be home by curfew ass energy up out of here, Craig. Everything don't always have to come down to your feelings. I hope you bump into Dr. Umar at your next house closing.
And when he said that, that's when I was like, he's really trying to disrespect it.
That's why I was like, what's the history behind them two?
I don't think there's history between them.
There's something. You don't just go for that level of animosity, like branded jokes in the niggas' comments for no reason.
I think it's just maybe he could be an average watcher,
So. And you also got to remember, this is Joe's homie.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So.
And he also raps.
So if I feel like you bringing my nigga Showdown on one of his biggest shows of the year,
yeah,
I might take that one little personal shot.
Yeah.
Because my nigga's cooking right now. You know what I'm saying?
And you're not ad-libbing, you're not even arguing.
You fucking my nigga shit up right now. And you know he's going crazy. Like, can we play along at least for one episode?
I think we trying to get clipped into a diss track.
Yeah, dog.
And it's not even
right.
And it's not even like Ish tried to play into the whole like Team Light Skin side. He was definitely that's just how he is.
Yeah, it is, bro. Now they're posting these reactions. I wish we had them to like put them on the screen, but y'all know them. If you're in any of the Reddits, first of all, let's play the video because y'all might not have seen the video, just so y'all can hear
the compilation video or the original piece.
This is the. Oh my God! No, I forgot I put this in here. There's a diss track. Somebody dropped a diss track. That's how much they hate this nigga.
And by the way, check out our Reddit.
Yeah, definitely subscribe to our Reddit. But
is Drake and Kendrick making dissing on a song look easy? Why is everybody just throwing their head into that battle?
The Game even tried to.
He went for Rick Ross, right?
It's not even. He did. I didn't listen to it.
But that's different. He's a professional rapper. I'm talking about side characters. It's like, if I have grievances, I'm a rhyme about it.
I think what's even more important is content creators are starting to make diss tracks because Point and Shoot at the end of every song, at the end of every video, he's starting to make soundtracks and they go crazy.
Yeah.
Trap Lord Ross used to do it.
Trap Lord Ross used to be heavy into that. He does that with his ads.
Akademiks, remember when he was not streaming? One of his people did a diss track about bro, you're failing us. Why aren't you streaming?
Yeah.
Akademiks had one, and now somebody dropped one about fucking Ish.
I was about to, I mean,
what could you say in a diss track?
It's not like
you want to hear a diss track to Ish? This shit is fucking hilarious.
Yeah, Antoine, I'm sorry that you got an inflated ego and sense of self. Before this pie shit, you was out of New York hanging shelves. Why is objectivity too much for you to handle? Here, let me give you an example. You said that's how you listen, hands in pockets with a straight face. Drake shit, come on, expressions change the stank face. Drake posted up with members of the Ku Klux, and you jacking it. Joe should have sent your ass to Starbucks.
Fuck out of here.
Keep on proving Dr. Umar right, man, it's coming to the light. If I was Joe, I would've fucked old girl that night. Facts. Now it's a rapper up, then you be trying to teach him shit, and roll your eyes like he's the one not making sense. Hey Siri, does narcissism have a cure? Nope. It's for Joe means when he says the baddies in.
I'm not gonna lie, he's cooked.
He's cooking.
He's dark skinned now.
Yeah,
nigga,
bro.
227.
Block work. Bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro. This is 227 in
Bodie
Jersey.
James
Nah, if you got barbecue, what's up with them Ku Klux allegations?
He going crazy. And then
shout to Bodie
even
James.
more disrespectful because he was saying, remember he was like, I would have fucked that girl. He talking about Joe, the hookah story.
Yeah.
He's like, if I was Joe, I would have fucked that girl. I was like, damn, nigga, you hate this.
He's going for the jugular.
Before the pod, he was singing shelves in New York.
Yeah. So
How you make a?
How are you a narcissist and a shelf hanger?
the person who
And these
posted
shelf
it,
hangers make
it
a lot
says
of
it's like 6 Bicker.
6 Acre Bicker, that's his name?
It's like, it says Bicker. That's the I guess that's it. I don't know if that's his artist name.
Well, shout out Big.
It's on Q-Tape, or maybe his name is Q-Tape. It's on Band Labs. I never even heard of Band
Lab. He put it on
style,
My nigga, I hope I never suck this bad.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what would happen. I don't know
Yeah.
what would happen.
He's kind of cooking-ish, though. I ain't gonna lie. This is kind of crazy.
Yeah, he went with all facts.
He did, too. Yeah.
It wasn't even just like you're light-skinned and stupid. It was real.
It was like, no, let me tell you
was personal
exactly.
things.
Your fucking hands in your pockets,
Yeah.
fucking up the vibe. Like, God damn. Royce don't even have to respond.
But at
no
the
more.
same time, what can Ish do? How old is Ish?
I mean, I'm assuming around Joe's age, 45-ish. In his 40s for sure.
That nigga look almost 50.
He might be 50. You never know. I mean,
But he light skinned though, so you know
all
how
them
that
niggas
is.
are
But say
like,
it's our podcast. Fuck it, he's 50 now.
bro, and on top of that, it's like, bro, you got to remember, these niggas are a lot older than us, bro.
That's what I'm
You know what I'm saying?
And it's one of
So,
those,
yeah.
like, can we even, it's like, man, once you almost 50, bruh, how much can you turn up? I guess that's not
Nah,
true.
that nigga
Secure. Oh shit. Prize pick winning before the beef even starts. Some rhyme when you up to making flip look smart. Manipulate the truth cause it's hard for you to tell. Semantics only save you when you're arguing with Mel. Hootie hoo. Get it, Mr. Marbury sees himself in Aubrey. It's starting to make sense. A loss for him's a loss for all the men that lick their lips. No one cares about the 90 stories that you embellish. You not the Don Dada, oh man, you got a foot fetish. Freak ass boy. Take that hoodie money, buy yourself some.
Yo, he hates this nigga so much. He even wait to fully wake up to record
He
this.
did.
This nigga said,
I never made a song or a rap before, but I just cooked up an Ish dish from my iPhone because he needs to be addressed. It's not mixed to engineers. It's just meant to be playful. Nah, nigga.
Oh, we know, nigga.
this nigga said,
You got a career, kid.
Yeah, you got a career. I ain't gonna lie. You got a career.
the licky lips community.
And that bit, yeah, and that beat makes it more terrifying.
Yeah, everything
nah.
is sinister behind that beat.
Shout out to the 𝙼𝙾𝚃, man.
Yeah.
𝙼𝙾𝚃 a legend.
But yeah, man. So I mean, that's always been my thing with Ish too. I mean, he's good when he's good. I mean, I said before, I think Joe wants him to step up more, but I mean, you can't even get the nigga to speak. When you're listening audio wise, sometimes you forget Ish and M4 are even in the building.
Yeah, nah, that's a bad sign in
You
the
literally
podcast.
forget they're on the show.
Is it hard to speak? Because I'm trying to think like,
They do have a lot of people.
And I was
but
going to
it's
say
a
that.
lot of people.
I was going to
Imagine
speak to
if
that point.
two more people, or three. How many people be talking on there? It's like
it's
eight
a lot of
niggas.
it's like
It's at least six or
it's
seven,
six
bro.
people.
It's
So-
Joe, Flip, M4,
Park.
Parks,
Yep.
Ish.
Any
Ice.
nanny sometimes. Like at
Nanny.
any given time, it could be a
Yeah,
couple
yeah,
niggas
yeah,
on
yeah.
there. So somebody inevitably has to play that role. But the problem with this is Melissa Ford does that perfectly, nigga. Like,
And it's one of those things where I wonder if maybe Joe is thinking like, this nigga is not about to just skate on this podcast, just floating away.
Yeah, right,
while
right, right.
everybody else is, putting in some effort.
Well,
it's
that's the
hard to
thing,
pay a
too,
nigga who
with-
doesn't contribute sentences.
And on top of that, even if playing the quiet role is one thing, but you also got to remember before we got up to like number six people, the rebuild was just Joe, Ice, and Ish.
And that obviously wasn't enough.
So it's like we need all of us expect to hear from them first because the rebuild was centered around that group, and then there was M4. Then it was, I mean, Parks is always there. I'm just talking about those on screen. You know what I mean?
They were
So-
the starting three.
Yeah. So if anybody is quiet, it should be the additionals.
It should
Exactly.
be M4, and she does it well. That's what I'm saying. We
Yeah,
can't
but-
have two mouses on here.
Yeah,
I
but
get what you're
she
saying.
also activates too sometimes. But at least in a music conversation, I do think she activates. I think she activates when it's relevant. But I feel like Ish we have to activate every time.
She self-activates.
She self-activates. Ish needs a fucking kickstart. Or he needs like a rolling start. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, nah, he needs a little inertia.
Yeah, it's just weird. I don't know. It's just, especially when you see his energy, bro. Like, when the way he just sits on that couch and won't move. Bro, these niggas are dancing to Not Like Us. And I guess we can't play it anyway because this is just the song.
Yeah.
Everybody's literally partying. Even M4 is like laughing and
Like, she's
bouncing in the
sitting
chair.
in the
She's
chair.
not standing up, jumping around like
Throwing no ass or nothing.
Yeah, she's not doing what Joe and them niggas is
Yeah.
doing, which is literally running around the studio.
Yeah.
But at least she's over there. This
She
nigga's not
bopping.
even bopping, bruh.
Yeah.
He's literally just like this.
Thinking about home. It sucks. It
What
brings-
if this can be contributed to low libido?
No, because I'm gonna tell you why it can't be. I can't tell you why it can't be.
And after that, can
Because
you tell me
it's-
why it could be?
Because as soon as a woman says that nigga should be paying on my bills, that'll activate him. Like that'll get him active. If it deals with man and woman relations, the nigga is active.
Yeah.
It's like only call him when it's time to argue about how men and women should communicate with each other.
I think when you get to 50 years old, the amount of things that you could actually truly care about in your head gets limited.
It is,
So
but-
some of these topics, it's like,
But
you
you're a
know,
podcaster.
And I was gonna say that then,
Yeah,
that's not an excuse for being psychic.
You're right,
But
yeah.
he is a 50-year-old nigga first.
That's true.
And like we said at the beginning, like, what is he in it for? Is he in it to have like that strong opinion, or is he just in it to, you know, kind of help out
his friend out? Yeah,
Yeah, he might be experiencing some shit that a lot of athletes, or not a lot, but a couple of them get to that at the end of their careers. It's like he's here because he should be.
Right.
And that's what the world accepts him for.
Right.
But that's not necessarily what he wants to do. He probably want to go blow bubbles and shit with his daughter.
Yeah, he looks like a phenomenal bowler. Like, he probably could be a professional bowler or something.
Probably.
Yeah,
You know?
or something like goofy or like 𝙿𝙾𝚃𝚃, like something that's just like not a lot of people are good at.
Well, he was fixing cabinets in the beginning, so I can only imagine, like... And it's crazy how he shitted on him, but you can make a lot of money fixing cabinets in New York, nigga. It's nothing but cabinets. The apartments are a big cabinet.
Yeah,
you damn near...
It's more cabinets than any other part of the world.
It's more cabinets than cars.
But shit, if you ever
outside
in
of that-
Carolina, we got some cabinets we need removed from this wall.
Facts. But outside of that, honestly, I don't know if it's going to change.
Yeah.
I doubt it. Honestly.
And what
You
would
know
that
I'm saying?
change even look like?
I guess that change was just him. Because at that age, too, like, if you're emotionally that heated, it's not going to change.
You
like,
get what I mean?
It's like, I think, because this is the thing, I think two things. I think he's been like this for a long time.
Yeah.
It's just, it's easier to hide it when there's a lot of people around.
Him being...
Overly emotional, possibly, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Or,
He seems like an angry individual.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? So,
Like, he seems like he could get pissed about some shit before recording, and that'll carry on into the podcast.
maybe he's more mad now because he's getting so much money that he views himself as like such an alpha nigga. He's like, I can't even. My life is different. Like, you know how.
I know,
you know what it
I know
is?
that perspective.
Like, he's got like red pill rage. He's got like red pill rage. It's
That he's
either-
not the alpha in the room?
know that he is. So it's like there's certain things that he can't even buy into because that's too alpha to buy into. I'm just trying to think.
I
of
get
why
what you're
this-
saying. Like,
You know what I'm
You
saying?
can think
He
he
might-
Marcus Aurelius or
Yeah, I
something?
guess. I don't know, nigga.
he might have a little like Maul energy to where some topics is just he's too cool, he's too fly to
Too
even
good for- get
like,
right.
even walk
Get
on.
too much money. I'm that nigga.
You're gonna float above it.
I'm that ish.
His fitted is too heavy to think about it.
Yeah, I sold out $150 hoodies.
I'm
different.
He's different.
I'm
With
different.
muffins.
I'm
Is
different.
that's true?
I don't know if he sold out, but I wouldn't doubt if he did. Honestly,
Nigga, if he sold more than 60, he is the truth. He's the truth.
come on. Like, I mean,
He's the truth.
I don't even have to ask you that. but
$150 hoodie. Like,
Yeah. So yeah, the nigga sold 100 pieces. He's pretty much he's that nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So yeah. Who knows? Honestly, I don't know if that'll change. I don't even think that's gonna be a conversation that he'll have or they'll have up there either.
And is that a conversation? Like, does Joe have the same amount of respect that he does for Flip with Ish? Because, you know, with the whole Flip thing.
Ish and Ice are up there in terms of respect.
But, so you think they're going to, like, have an argument about it on the podcast
I
live?
doubt it. No,
Because
I
that's what
doubt
happened with Flip. That's what I was saying.
No, I doubt it. I think it only happened with Flip because Flip doesn't let shit go. Like,
Oh,
Flip
okay,
will keep
okay.
just kind of like bringing it up on some slick shit, and then you just like, nigga, you want to have a review? Nigga, let's get it cracking, man. Because now I'm about to tell you why you're fucking trash right now.
That's why I think
in
it
front
can
of
happen.
everybody.
That's why
Yeah.
I think it can happen with this too. It's just on some right place, right time shit. If they
timing
both
has to be good.
irritated enough, and it's like the conversation
That's
steers that
true.
direction, it can happen.
It
with
could happen.
anybody.
It could always happen. That's true.
Especially if it's true. If it's there, it's probably eventually gonna happen.
True. Yeah, it's inevitable at some point.
I'll just tell Ish, man, just take your magnesium pills, man. Just take your vitamins. Honestly.
Eat a banana once a day, man.
Yeah. Celery juice.
How old are you?
Ginger tea.
How old are you when you get your prostate checked?
I think it depends on. I think they want you to. I think they say you're supposed to start doing it at like 35 or something.
Oh,
I think
you might be late. nigga.
I think I'm getting up there, bro. I think I might.
I was about to say,
shit.
what's up with all this thought and think? You are getting
Yeah.
up there. You're there.
That's why you've been so irritable lately.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get my first one soon.
Jesus.
They say it don't feel like nothing, man.
Yeah, I think they put you to sleep.
I'm lying. Look at you. You're trying to find the fucking
You wish
the bright light.
Why
Nigga, I
would
was
they put
lying.
you to sleep for a 30-second invasion?
It doesn't matter.
I think they do though, for real.
Nah.
Nah, you can, but
They gonna look at you like you pussy.
like, you
That's
know what I'm
fine.
saying?
Yeah.
That's
like
fine.
you're not masculine enough to get a finger in your ass.
What the fuck? This thing is not a. It lost connection. Hold on, real quick, yo. All right,
Oh,
new
yeah.
segment. Fake button hit.
Did you want to talk about
Yeah.
these hoes?
Let's talk about these hoes.
Okay, beautiful.
There's a podcast called Real Hoe Talk.
Full of a bunch of renegades.
And I've only seen it on Reddit. I have not Googled it to find the full episode or anything, but there's one clip. I said, wow.
It was damning.
I have to watch this podcast. I have to. Should we just play the clip?
Let's just play.
Okay. I don't know any of these people.
Everyday money and be a mother, to me, that's the ultimate goal that a lot of bitches cannot master.
Yeah.
You either a good hoe or a good mother.
Yeah.
But to master both, you're fucking winning and your kids is winning. What?
Yeah.
Period.
Shout out to the mothers that's out here really hoeing though, and being a mother though.
Yeah.
That is superpower.
Where I could get everyday money and be a mother, to me, that's the ultimate goal that
My favorite moments are when people like just poetically say stupid shit.
Yeah.
And it's like in their head, they can't even see behind the veil of their own ignorance. They think that they cooking.
Yeah.
Like she really thought Maya Angelou was gonna tweet that shit.
No, she's like, I'm going off right now.
Like literally. Just for women's rights.
Bro, and
She not lying though.
She's
not lying.
Okay.
Because it's like on the flip side, right?
Yeah.
It's a lot of, it's some single fathers out here, selling drugs.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
To be a good drug
trying to
dealer
make
and
it
father.
work. You're trying to make it work.
Right.
So she's not lying, but
I guess there's always things that shouldn't be said, right?
This isn't a square conversation, so you got to flip your mind.
Let me get at it with a square mind, and then I'll switch into the pimple. Okay. So from the square mind, Sharpe definitely needs to go on there
for sure.
For sure. There's I need to see that feature.
They might change his mind.
I need to see that feature just because I don't know if it'll go good or bad. It better go good. You're a retired pimp in a room full of renegades.
But those hoes look like real.
Those hoes are different.
Those hoes are different, dog. I feel like they might stab him if he get a little bit too crazy.
It's a little grimy.
Yeah.
And you looked at what she was saying from the perspective of like professional hoeing. I still don't really know what that bitch talking about. She might simply mean literally just being able to juggle niggas, having a sex life, and taking care of your kids at the same time.
Oh,
you get what I'm saying?
Just like she might just be talking about being present, literally.
What level of hoeing does she mean? Because to pimps, a hoe is a profession.
Yeah. Oh, I see what you're saying.
But to an average everyday citizen, hoeing could just be sucking a lot of
I'm gonna be
dicks.
honest, by her accent and inflection, for when she was talking about hoeing,
I see what you mean.
It's like, let's be honest, it's from Figaro. She's talking about Figaro and like all the most popular strips, nigga. But that's what I'm saying. She's not lying, but
it is miraculous to be a whore and a housewife at the same time.
Like, man, it's
you
hard.
do get credit for that.
It's hard to work a regular job and do this.
Yeah.
You feel me? So I can only imagine.
Yeah, nah. Honestly, no, for real though. We might have to have more sympathy.
Y'all don't understand, but it's difficult, to balance. Because everything that you would do at your job is the complete opposite of what you do here.
But no, fuck the job. Think about what job we're talking about. Being a whore, like you go from working, first of all, you gotta clean before you even see your kid. You can't go kiss your kids after work.
Oh yeah.
There's so many more steps to your life. Like you got to be a responsible individual.
Oh yeah, and dodge the police too.
That's what I'm saying.
I've been seeing a lot of women podcasts though. Let me find this one. It's this.
And that's the thing too. I was gonna say while you're looking that up.
Yeah.
Is I talked to somebody in person recently, and they told me that men with podcasting is probably one of the worst things that's happened to our society.
Men with podcasts?
Yeah, pretty much putting a microphone.
Yeah.
Giving men a microphone pack.
Yeah.
So finally listening to our feelings is damning the world.
Yeah, that's essentially what they said.
Well, fuck you too then.
So, right, and I've heard that more than once. Like, even on, like, I've seen, like, just memes where it's like, he's a red flag if he does a podcast. Shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I'm like, so what do we have to say about this? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's plenty of shit that niggas shouldn't say.
Yeah.
But there are definitely things women should not say.
Yeah, nah.
You know what I'm saying?
At least publicly.
At least publicly. Because if this is your life, like...
That's nail salon talk.
Switching back to the game, if like, yeah, obviously that is the ultimate. If I can do both effectively. But if I've got my hoeing to a 9-to-5 Monday through Friday and I can work, I'm making enough money to put my kids in daycare, school, cook for them, all that shit. Yeah, you have reached the pinnacle. It's just, I don't think we're supposed to hear that.
But that's the thing, right? Like you have to have both sides. You have to have that white dude who like just talks to all drug dealers. You have to have, the funny podcast. You have to have the Patrick Betts You know what I'm saying?
That's true. Everybody there's a subsection for everything.
And
you need the 𝙿𝙾𝚃𝚃.
I think it's important. I think it's important in a goofy way. Yeah, 𝙿𝙾𝚃𝚃. No, we don't need 𝙿𝙾𝚃.
No, don't do that.
We do not need
Everybody's necessary.
But it's unfortunate, man, but everybody needs a voice. Even these hoes. And I want to watch more. I'm going to actually sit down and try. Because I want to see, because like, first impressions are everything, and we didn't give them,
so this is even more fucked up, because we're literally going off of this 20 seconds.
Because they could be hoes, but also intellects.
They could be good. The whole podcast could be good. It's just that part sounded crazy, because it's out of context. But
there's no context to that.
Yeah.
There's no context to that. Be balancing the whole life with single mother life.
Is this the same one, or this is something similar to?
So the one I sent is this one podcast called High Maintenance. It's basically these two bitches. They are about weed. They get high. They had Primo Rice up there.
Oh shit! Okay.
The episode with Primo Rice was pretty hard. Shout out to Primo.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Y'all listen to that type of music.
Yeah, right.
Some smooth pimping.
It scares some people, but they're pretty dope too. And they also, like most women, get a little bit into that type of talk about, niggas these days being weird, hoeing in all its aspects, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
It's a beautiful world, man.
Let's see. Full of whores and great mothers.
Yep. Let's see.
It's a good combination.
Let's go over to Shannon Sharpe is beefing with Shaq.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Shaq has looked like Shaq said something first, but go ahead.
Shaq has this thing traditionally. And I've heard him explain it once before. So he feels like to be a big man on a basketball team, that's like a coveted position. It's like an elite class of people.
Gotcha.
He feels like he has to be harder on big men than he is on regular players, because you got to be able to earn that status of being a dominant player.
Okay.
Whatever the fuck. Just like some righteous, poetic basketball shit.
It's always.
You at that level, you have to have a philosophy.
Gotcha.
But he'll go on his podcast on TNT and all that shit and just talk shit about niggas. So Shannon Sharpe went on his pod and was like, listen, you've been hating on what's the nigga name?
Nikola Jokic.
Yeah, Nikola Jokic, right?
Okay.
You've been being unfair, woody woo. I think it stems from you feeling like you didn't get everything you wanted out of your career. So you hating on all these other niggas.
Which is true.
So
maybe.
Shaq proceeds to write a real lengthy Instagram post,
real quick, Shannon said that on like the nightcap, or he said it on a show with Shaq?
No, he wasn't talking to Shaq.
Okay.
It was either on Club Shay Shay or Nightcap.
One of them.
But I forgot. It's a lot of content.
I think it was on Nightcap.
Okay.
Same nigga though. Regardless.
So, I will say the only thing that's kind of crazy is assuming you didn't get everything out of your career that you wanted.
Well, Shaq did.
Unless Shaq
didn't.
He didn't, but he don't they blame him for being lazy?
Yeah, that's what we're talking to. Oh, that's what Shane is referring to. Is
But he's lazy, so he's happy. Like
and I think
he didn't want to work harder because he's lazy.
He was also
you know what I'm saying?
He was also.
You don't really realize what you've done until it's too late.
Got you. Now he could regret his laziness.
Exactly.
Got you.
Because he realized I did all this being lazy. What would I have done with just a smidge of Kobe's mentality?
And if that's something he said, then that makes sense.
So and so essentially, Shaq tries to attack Shannon's status in being able to speak opinion on sports by coming after his pockets, by coming after his accolades in his field. And so it just got into this whole ugly debacle. But Shannon Sharpe is a consummate professional. Because anytime he's in a debacle like this with some beef, he always handles it with real class. He's never on the defensive. He's like, look, man, I'm not half the player that Shaq is.
Call that nigga gay, he loses his mind, though.
Well, that's because it's probably true. But
yeah, that's the only thing I haven't seen him handle with class. The nigga, he snaps when niggas call him gay.
I'm not gonna lie, we talked about perspectives and narratives earlier shaping your opinion. I was listening to the pod and he was like, he had his catchphrase, we always like to do some before two some. I was like, nigga, what that mean?
What does that mean?
We like to do some before two some? That's the shit. He just says it at the end of his...
If it's over 185, I can apply. Nigga, only grown men you should be over one. But it's you could compare anything and try to make him gay. But that's what he has said. Like, if you're over 185, I can't apply.
What does that mean? Apply pressure?
Applying hip thrust. Like, But
what else did I have to say about that? But
they're beefing now.
They're beefing. And Shannon Sharpe, he handled it professionally.
And Shaq is resorting to his old ways of making songs, beefing. White man is here.
The real overall conversation to this is what level of accolades do you have to be considered an expertise on what you talk about? Because these are two media personalities. Talk about similar sports. You know, Shaq doesn't talk football or golf or anything. It's strictly basketball.
Right.
But it's sports conversation. Shaq has more accolades, but that doesn't necessarily make him a better analyst.
Yeah, I was about to say, I feel like, well, I don't know. I feel like...
In terms of basketball? In terms of basketball, it's like...
Noblez asked, who do we think is a better analyst too, just so y'all know.
It's Shaq in basketball? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah.
No. It's Shaq, I guess.
Yeah, I feel like they're going to be the best.
In general, though.
Yeah, you're talking all around because it's obvious they're going to be best in their field.
Because Shannon talks about both, which is, you kind of have to give him the credit.
Yeah, true.
But, you know...
Shaq don't talk about football, do we?
Nigga, Shaq barely talk about basketball. And when he does,
Shannon's better.
It's on some like...
Shannon's better than.
Yeah.
Especially because Shannon does talk about everything.
And Shaq is...
Yeah, we talking about sports commentation? Yeah. Shannon's got it because he covers more fields. Shannon be like doing experimental sports. Like, he be commenting on badminton and
exactly,
shit.
yeah.
And like sometimes he'll know like little information about baseball, but Shaq is in like some weird reflective era right now. His wife, or his used to be wife,
Shawnee O'Neal,
dropping a book.
Damn it.
And a statement that she put out was that I honestly didn't even know if I truly loved him in the beginning. And then Shaq, and then the next hour, Shaq posted on his story, I wouldn't have loved me either, and put it like a heart emoji and a kiss emoji or something. So he's in a
okay,
you know what I'm saying? But he even said real quick. He even said on his podcast one time, he was like, I look back at my career and I was like, I'm a stupid motherfucker. Like, I did all of this and now I'm retired in this big ass house by myself.
Exactly.
No kids.
And that's a famous
no wife in here.
I didn't know he had no kids.
There's despair behind that big smile.
Oh,
gotcha.
yeah.
There's a lot of despair and hurt behind that big smile. You know, with mistakes and
yeah, my damn.
Yeah, you good.
And when somebody like, you know, points out your character flaw that you might not already even be comfortable with in the first place. Because I don't think he'll go, I mean, knock on wood, but he'll probably might go to the grave just always having that feeling of just like, damn, why didn't I go to fucking that workout? Because that's how it is. Like, he would have been the best player ever.
Literally.
If he just a little bit more effort.
So Shannon really got up underneath his skin.
Shannon got all the way underneath his skin, and his
nerve.
And it's from another professional in the same profession you're doing. So it's just like, nigga, it's a double
because they're on even playing fields when they're both commentators now. You know what I'm saying?
It's fair.
It's
but
fair
the fact that Shaq keeps relying on a lot of bullshit tactics, and if history serves itself, what's the phrase? Fuck it. If history repeats itself, Shannon might have to pay attention to some of his hoes. Because Shaq is known to do that. Did you see what happened with Akademiks?
No.
Oh my God, Lord, we got to figure out how to fix the screen. I think this shit just happened today. So apparently, and you saw what happened to Tusi. Tusi is a rapper who came out publicly and said, hey, Shaq, what the fuck? You been DMing my girl.
So, no, I didn't know that.
So apparently,
I'll find the message.
Shaq has a history of like really sniping these bitches in the DMs. Like, I'm not saying that he'll be cool with you and then like talk to your girl, but he doesn't care if this bitch is in a relationship. So, Akademiks went on stream and told a story because he was reacting to the Shannon Sharpe debacle. He was like, I'm not gonna lie, man, I've never said this before, but one time, Shaq DM'd my bitch. I don't know if it was 𝔓𝔦𝔐𝔓𝔦𝔑. I think it might have been.
It was Samaria.
Whoever that is.
So, you know Tusi?
Yeah.
And his girl, the light-skinned girl.
Yeah, from Raleigh, I think. Yeah.
Was it, nigga? But, so, that's just fucked up my whole train of thought. Shaq DM'd this girl, and so, you know, Akademiks was like, I mean, the nigga's famous, this might be an opportunity for it. Like, he might be talking about some other shit.
Right.
Nah, Shaq was trying to fuck. Apparently, like, he had FaceTimed her in a dark room with like no shirt on. And she was like, oh shit, like this is real, like weird. And she even told Ak, she was like, do you have beef with this nigga? Because it felt like he's doing this to get at me.
Right.
As it turns out, Shaq DM'd Akademiks on some real tough guy shit. I think Shaq said something, Ak said something Shaq didn't like. So he was like, yo, nigga, what's good? Like, what, you broke or something? Why you gotta gossip about me? And then ever since then, he's been, you know, DMing his bitches and all that shit. So the fact that in Shannon's beef, he was like, "What, you broke or something? Why you got to resort to this shit?" It's his old tactics, nigga.
Damn.
Diesel has a method,
and
he comes at your pockets and he comes at your pussy.
And that's the thing. Like Shaq calling you broke is. Man, you know, it's sad.
Okay.
It's like, nigga, you got foot cream commercials.
Yeah, like, okay, nigga, you're on the commercials with the general. Like, the general cartoon.
We're not competing with you.
Yeah, we get it. You up.
But this is the message from Shannon Sharpe, or to Shannon Sharpe?
Oh, this was the one you were referring to? I didn't know if y'all had read it before.
Which one is that?
Nah, we didn't
That's
read
the Shaq post?
Yeah, so
play it.
You took,
or read it.
You took me sticking up for Shy. Is that how you saying?
Shay.
Ask jealousy of Joker. Shows how smart you are and how you say anything to get clicks. So here's some clickbait for you. If you ain't ranked in the top 10 in your profession, then you can't speak on me.
Oh, shit.
Don't forget, I know what you did to get where you were at. Oh, my God. Me jealous? Sounds like you jealous. I know you're trying to stay relevant by gossiping on your podcast. We don't believe you. You need more people. And in case you forgot, 4 rings, 3 finals MVP, top 50, and top 75. Google me. And to be quite frank, all this new success you got, you're still under me. You don't know my work ethic, but according, I work less than you, but I'm worth more than you. Make it make sense. Love you too. If you need help making money, it's better ways than gossiping. I'm too old for all this. I'm too old for all this shit. Love always, the most dominant big man who ever lived. Never take it serious. Remember, I don't know you, and in the words of Skip Bayless, I'm better than you.
I'm surprised there's not a PSS on that, nigga.
Right.
Hashtag G14 classification. You know, I have it. You don't. Not in my profession. And your GOAT. Oh my God. And your GOAT debate never wanted to be the GOAT. I wanted to be who you should greet me as. The most dominant ever.
Anytime there's 4 to 5 more sentences after you said love always.
Yeah, you're doing
bro,
a lot.
This is deep and this is real.
Holy shit.
And we got to get Akademiks to tell his side of the story on this because it's fucking crazy.
Shaq is losing his fucking
the
mind.
apex predator.
Shaq is in a deep, I don't want to say deep state of despair, but
man,
he
seems
like
crisis.
He's in a weird point in life.
Literally, his ex-wife.
I'm not gonna lie. If his ex-wife is dropping a tell-all book and he might be FaceTiming bitches in a dark room,
it's not
probably jacking the monkey. Like, this nigga's got a terrible thing coming. Probably that's what it sounds like. You know, and he's probably stressed the fuck out right now.
And that's the thing, right? Like, it's fucked up, man. Like, because realistically, he might just be going through a midlife crisis. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
It's not something I want to joke about. I might go through the same shit.
Right, yeah. It could happen to anybody, bro.
It's literally, I think it's chemical. It's going to happen.
Fuck.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, nah, it's a little different if you feel like you gave it all you had.
But I promise y'all, when it happens, I'll never get to the point where I'm making diss records.
I was going to say, did y'all listen to the diss record?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, it sucked.
Oh, my God.
It sucked. But we listened to an ish diss record.
Ish.
Fire.
That was also ass,
What do you mean,
but it was
ish?
good in its own way.
Ish, like Ish the
podcaster.
So somebody
he rapped?
No. Somebody made a diss to him.
Yeah.
Oh,
Fire.
Yeah.
Fire.
Okay. I'd like to hear
I'll send
that.
it to you. Yeah, it's fire.
You know Reddit always does his thing.
Yeah.
There's some creative motherfuckers on Reddit.
Let me look at this. I did pull up one link just because it looked like it came out a couple hours ago. So Shannon Sharpe reacting, but he reacted regal.
He's a consummate professional, and shout out to Ocho, who doesn't know a lick of basketball. Like, he was asking so many questions. So he was like, wait, why is he the most dominant player of all time, but he's not the best basketball player of all time?
Right.
He was like, who did he put in that conversation? Like, Kobe, LeBron, I guess.
Yeah, because dominant sounds like I should kill everything.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, because the most dominant football player, that nigga could be anywhere almost.
That nigga doesn't have a name.
I don't know, dog.
No, not really. It's still position based. Especially certain positions like quarterback.
Like Michael Vick. He could kind of do anything, kind of.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
I don't know nothing about football. Niggas finna be in the comments like,
just stop it.
Yo, your football takes is stupid.
Right, yeah. Let's not even go down that path, nigga.
I'm talking about soccer.
How many yards on the field?
We'll actually 100. 110, 120.
Oh, God, that's 3 different answers, nigga.
If you count the end zone.
If
you count the end zone, what is the end zone?
I think it's like 130, I think. I think the end zone's like 15 or
15 on each side?
10
something like that, yeah.
All right, if we're wrong, you know.
It's at least 10.
Yeah,
it's at least 10.
Real quick, it's a lot of like football and basketball beef. There was this one dude, I don't know his name, but he was going after Jesus. It might have been Gilbert Arenas.
Yeah, 10 yards.
When he was talking about how easy football is. I'm going to find that clip. He literally went crazy. He was like, don't you ever disrespect football by saying, a basketball player like Austin Rivers could just come on the field and do what he want. He was just going crazy.
Yeah.
It's been a lot of like basketball.
Let's go over to two more things. Myron, we won't cover that long, and then we'll do Flagrant Rogue. That's a short one as well, too.
On Jubilee.
Yeah. And Myron from the Fresh and Fit podcast seems to have possibly found a new lane to go into that I think the world might accept, actually. He's translated his harsh demeanor, his talents over to fat shaming. They had him on the Jubilee episode of Middle Ground. And it was fit men versus fat men.
And for those who don't know, it's kind of not a debate platform, but it's an open discussion place where, there's prompts and you answer questions and you say your point. And Myron said a lot of his points. Myron is like, he's immaculate, but not in the way that you would think when I say that word. Like, he's so good at arguing. He finds ways to get people who already agree with him to argue with him.
The power of he uses his power for evil.
He does, bro. Yeah, he does.
Like that phrase, like you could use your power for evil.
But he was a Fed too.
Exactly.
So that makes sense. That's literally like, it feels like anytime we're trying to figure out why he is the way he is, we're like, you just remember he was a Fed.
You can chalk it up. You can chalk it up to that.
Yeah,
you can chalk it up to that.
Yeah.
But it's that combined with the delusion of what he did after that.
Yeah, true.
Everything after being in the Federation, it just concocted itself into this delusion. Because I feel like he thinks if everybody has a violent reaction to what he says, he's doing the right thing.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, like everything that he's experienced being a Fed just makes it so that he can do anything he wants.
At least and have the same
like he has
demeanor.
no problem with everybody hating him because everybody already hates him.
He was in the field where everybody
literally
facts. But yeah, let's.
Do you have timestamps for this?
This isn't going to show up audio. It's not going to pull up audio though. So I'll play it off my phone.
Oh yeah, okay. This is I thought y'all just wanted to watch.
I felt disgusted looking at my fat body.
Here it is. I'm about to play it so y'all can hear how mean this nigga is.
I was about to say, I just realized I got a few timestamps.
Yo, if it's any
from the full thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Any fat people listening to this, shout out to y'all.
Hold on.
Specifically.
This is a 3-minute clip. This will be more than I know.
Because they're fat.
Boo-hoo, man. Like, there's way worse stuff going out in the world versus people.
Oops, sorry.
Saying, oh my God, I'm sad, I'm gonna eat some ice cream.
You know you got it right there, right?
It's like, you're fat, you made that decision, you live in the best country ever. If you live in a civilized, first world country where you have electricity, internet power, etc., you deserve to be bullied. It's ridiculous to me that we have all these fat people running around, meanwhile people are being bombed in Gaza. It's ridiculous. We are so privileged here in the United States and in the West in general. When I see a fat person, I'm like, wow, you got the gift of life, you got the gift of being in a developed country, and you're a fat POS talking about body positivity on TikTok? What the hell?
I am where I'm at now because I made a series of wrong choices and didn't handle myself correctly.
I mean, you deserve to be depressed if you're fat. I mean, the reality is that, depression is a very healthy response to inadequacy. When you're a man, you gotta go out there and produce. We're not women where we can just coast on our looks and make it through life. As a man, you must produce financially.
I gotta cut you off, bro, because no one deserves to be, like, people die from that shit, bro. No one deserves to be depressed.
Let me finish. The reason why you feel depressed, and it's a healthy response to you being fat, is because it's your body telling you, like, wow, what are you doing? You need to fix this. You're sad because you're not going out there and accomplishing what you're supposed to do. It's your masculine duty to make money, to be successful, to lose weight, to be strong and fit so that you can protect and provide for the people that you love. And when you're not able to do that, you get depressed and you get sad, rightfully so, because you're a fuck up.
Have you experienced depression?
Well, I've always been, I've had times where I've been sad and stuff, but I always get over it.
So you shouldn't speak on it then.
I think that's very insensitive people who actually have mental health disabilities.
Depression most of the time is not real. No.
That's fucking wild.
No.
That's fucking wild.
It's not.
And that's the thing, man. He can say a lot of
easier than people think it is, which is why I make.
He'll say some smart shit, then end it with like a dumbass point.
Yeah, just
depression being real is probably depression is real, folks.
That's a real
depression
thing.
is an actual like a chemical thing. Like it's
now
and it sucks.
I would say like Yeah, depression as a whole is real, but what he's saying makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
To his depression, like it's a response to your body not being healthy.
Yeah.
Because that is the case.
Yeah.
But Jim just throwing that nice blanket statement out there saying, "Well, hey, look, nigga, you're supposed to be fucked up out there." You know what I'm saying? That's crazy.
Because he's delivering like the message he was delivering is actually true. It's kind of crazy.
It is.
I had watched this at work, and then it was this dude who sat across from me. I started talking to him, and for some reason I forgot how we got into it, but he was talking about how he used to be 280 pounds. He's like a regular sized dude now. And I was like, damn, man, like, you know, how difficult was that? He was like, it was easy as hell. He was like, all you got to do is watch what you eat and work out.
Yeah.
He was like, all the fat people that make excuses like, oh, you know, I'm big boned and all that shit. He was like, man, they bullshitting.
Yeah.
He was like, nigga, stop waking up in the middle of the night and eating.
Yeah, facts.
Just stay asleep.
It's literally what it is.
He made it sound so simple. I was like, all right, well. Guess Myron's right, nigga.
But it is also funny, too, like, for Myron, I think the more people he pisses off, I guess that probably does positively help his growth for Fresh and Fit.
Yeah, it's short-term games, though. Like, in the long term, after you've done all these appearances and all these years of pissing people off, what do you have? Just a bunch of niggas that hate you?
But also,
how you profit off that?
Because I also forgot, you also got to remember that YouTube is not monetized.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, that's just something I always be forgetting.
But at the end, you have an army of fucking white incels.
Pretty much.
And not all of them are incels. Like, it's some people, like, we all said we agreed. He didn't, like, tell a lie,
he didn't say
per
nothing
se.
crazy,
You know what I mean? And
Except
he just said
until the end.
He said it in a crazy way.
And it's some people that, like, really love to sit in that, like, the truth that hurts people. You know what I mean? It's some people that like people that do that.
Yeah, the whole...
you get an excuse for hurting people under the guise that it's criticism.
Yeah. Yeah, because I can understand somebody, like, shitting on a fucking...
They revel in that.
Like a fat influencer talking about, like, that shit is so lame.
It's under the guise of tough love.
Exactly.
And that's the thing, right? Because it's, like, the term brutal honesty, shout out to Patrice, he had, like, his whole take on that, to which is, like, it's no such thing as brutal honesty, because... honesty shouldn't be even in the same context as brutal.
Right.
Like you should say brutal liar.
Yeah.
But it's also, it's just a weird thing. But at the end, he did just say a blanket statement that was like, he was trying to hurt the fat nigga feelings.
He was trying.
Which is like, you know
Yeah,
what I'm
bro,
saying?
it went from a discussion to now I'm trying to hurt your feelings.
Yeah.
Because I think the prompt was, is shame an effective way of getting people to lose weight?
Yeah, because in that he did say, I like getting bullying is healthy. He did say that too.
Oh, Myron?
He said that in that little spit, but it's makes sense based on what the question is.
And
he don't even believe it.
Does Myron look like a bully? Like when he was a kid, he was the type to bully a nigga?
He was the one that getting bullied.
Yeah, I don't think he was.
You think so?
For sure.
You know how we was talking about Akademiks? He was a criminal that got beat up by cops and became a cop.
Exactly.
This is the same.
Myron,
It's the
Myron
same
definitely
equation.
has that same vibe. Yeah.
He got bullied and wanted to join the bullies.
And on top of that, I think he said he had a scholarship, so he did play sports, but it wasn't a sport that like
He was rowing.
Yeah, rowing. yeah.
When he said that shit, I was like,
that's what it
nigga.
was. Yeah, he got a scholarship for rowing, but the bitches ain't throwing him. Yeah, it's not like a basketball scholarship.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or
There's no
football.
audience at those games.
Yeah, bro.
They're
Nigga,
not games that matches, right?
I don't even think hoes can like pop pussy to rowers.
No.
I never heard of
they
that.
can't. Yeah,
I don't think
they
it's
can't.
possible.
If they did, they would be forcing it.
Yeah,
They'd be going against the current.
I remember when they had a rowing crew in my high school up in Pennsylvania. But bro, their practice time, they would meet at like 4 a.m., nigga. It was crazy
For
early.
rowing?
Yes, dog. Before they did that shit like before school.
I feel like silly professions shouldn't take themselves that serious.
Man, it was like that was the only practice time. It was dumb early, bro. I didn't even know we had a rowing until like somebody that was in my class had like his gear on, like low key.
Privy, yeah.
And I was like, what are you wearing? You know what I'm saying?
Nigga, is that a life jacket, nigga? What the fuck?
Yeah, like what are you doing? He's like, we got a rowing. I think they call them meets or something like that. I think
They call it like a track meet.
I think it's kind of like tracks. I don't know. I can't remember. But he was like, I was like, we have a rowing program, nigga. Like, he was like,
we have a float.
Yeah, that shit was kind of crazy.
I don't think rowing is one of those.
Coach is creative. I think that's a creative coach.
Rowing is one of those sports. I don't think you could be poor and row. Because it's not like you buy the boat.
Nah, you can't be pouring raw.
Nah,
you don't got to buy your own paddle.
You can't be pouring raw.
Yeah, I think you have a certain amount of money for raw.
But you just have to go to a school
that has the funding for it.
Which that's probably...
Which is the case with tax bracket you in.
Yeah, get in that school district.
Yeah.
Yep. But everything y'all said makes sense. He was the bullied one because that's why he's telling y'all it works. Because it worked for him, quote unquote.
Nigga, he was the only brown boy at 4 a.m. rowing in the morning.
Exactly.
Of course
he got bullied,
roasted.
but look at him now. That's what we trying to tell niggas.
And that's why you have to be careful about like just everything. Like success can make you very bitter. Even though I guess that's what's happening.
Yeah,
that's what happened.
We've seen a lot of cases of it on this very podcast. We just
really
talked about it.
Like succeeding in life can make you bitter, and you might not even know it.
Because I think a lot of times you think that that's it. Like once you do it, it's over. But this
money can't unlane you.
Yeah, there's still shit that happens afterwards. Nigga.
Yeah, and Myron's a fucking lame.
Yeah, nah.
He's a rich lame. There's a lot of them.
Yeah,
there's nothing wrong with that. But
I can't.
Last thing before we get into office hours, and then we'll get up out of here. Y'all still got almost 2 hours out of us, which is something I was trying to avoid. But Flagrant, Akademiks was on Flagrant, and their hip hop takes got destroyed as well too, because Andrew is a casual making strong opinions, trying to figure out why Drake, who's bigger,
it was a little
Drake
nasty.
or Kendrick. And it was like, I didn't finish that episode.
It was disgusting.
It wasn't, well, I wouldn't say it was like, I can't watch this because I guess it's still entertaining that these niggas are having a conversation
Yeah, I didn't
about the
finish it,
topic.
though. Yeah.
But it got to a point where I was like, Andrew really thinks he's black sometimes. Like, or not that he thinks he's black, but like I admire the confidence it takes to get like a little wind of something and be like, all right, this is exactly what it is.
Right.
Because he kept trying to explain context that he doesn't actually have for the situation.
Yeah.
In terms of the rap beef. I forgot what the exact example was, but it's like, nigga, you brought Akademiks on to be an expert on this topic. So from that standpoint,
you're supposed to let him cook.
You have to take what he's saying
as the law.
Not as like, gospel, but he knows a lot more about this than you. And so when he's explaining context, you kind of just got to shut the fuck up because you don't got the context.
But it was the same thing when we were talking about Red Bar and how like he gets excited when like we cheer him on and be like, yo, shout out to Red Bar.
Right.
Because white people love that shit. They love the admiration that comes from black people.
Facts.
And Andrew, he's just been getting hit with dopamine effects for the last 14 years because of Charlemagne.
You got to, well, not even 14 years. I think the most crucial part I would say was his foundation was all black, essentially.
And
majority.
And it's not bad because
it's
it's the melting pot. That's where he was born in. And I didn't watch the video, but I know the vibe that you're talking about.
It was just that. He was a little overzealous in a black space.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I already knew the episode was gonna be bullshit when they were talking about the roast, and they were like,
"Oh yeah."
Like I texted that. I was like, "Bro, I knew that episode was gonna be bullshit." After that, they asked. I think Akash asked. First of all, Mark asked him. And to be fair, like so it started with them giving him his flowers. Like he killed it, and I watched his part of the roast. He did. He crushed that shit. Yeah. And then Mark asked, "Oh, the best question we can ask: did anybody have any jokes towards you that were funny?" And the room just fell silent. And then Mark broke the silence again and was like, "Yeah, I guess there really wasn't any." I'm like, "Nigga, what? There was clearly funny jokes your direction, but like, we can't even bring up the fact that Tony Hinchcliffe was like." Andrew Schultz, this is the guy. What was his joke? See if we can look that.
See if we can pull it up.
I'll look it up on my phone because I complain.
Well, if we're gonna pull it up, I'm not gonna butcher it and then hear it correctly. Well, no, but there were definitely some good jokes against Andrew that he could have chose. He's gonna pull it up. I just don't want to say it and then have him say it perfectly.
Well, who cares?
Yeah, but it was weird just because.
Be patient. I don't want to.
Hold on. Just
don't tell him to stop because then I'm gonna be more.
He's gonna keep looking, but we're gonna have to let you dry out for a minute.
But I just really didn't.
Love you some white comedy.
Yo, it's crazy.
I just really didn't like how at that moment of the show, it's like what? There was not a single joke. It's a roast battle. That means he got a joke every round.
That's not true.
Well, he didn't.
Because like sometimes like you make fun of the other comedians there, but like you might skip somebody because it's
That's
like
true.
all my jokes for him are used. Like that type of thing happens.
Because there still is like one primary person for that roast anyway, right?
Most yeah.
So it's like so it's always one, and then you still everybody else still gets hit though.
Yeah,
for sure. It's just a crowd of it's a crowd of innocent bystanders, low key.
And it's funny because
Danny
had just tweeted earlier. He had took a picture of Mark and was like, "This is the ish." Of Flagrant.
Yeah.
I was like, nigga, wow.
Nah.
Yeah, that was a straight.
It's not a fair comparison.
That wasn't a fair comparison.
They have two different roles on the show.
Exactly.
I'll defend Mark Gagnon as much as I had to. That nigga does his job.
He does.
He's not supposed to be a main personality.
He plays his fucking position.
He does exactly.
He doesn't need to be on the couch either. You know what I'm saying? But
he's an elevated Jamie or like white man. Like he's not necessarily running the show, but in terms of what comes on screen, I think, and like just research topics, he's playing his position.
All right, I'm about to play this.
It has no excuse.
Kreischer is a king. He looks like the Tiger King and the Liver King only ate Burger King and had a liver that looked like Martin Luther King got beat up by Rodney King.
Who just took
Bert Kreischer is a king.
Oh Andrew Schultz is literally just like smacking his butt and kicking at him. Just he can't keep his hands to himself. That's what somebody DM'd me there. They were like, "Yo, he really can't keep his hands to himself." That's the moment they're talking about.
Yo, he told a story. I don't know where it was. I think it was on Last Brand Idiots. He said that he was so drunk one time that his friend was pissing in like a low urinal, and he said he came up behind him and like tried to piss like underneath him into the same urinal, and ended up pissing all over his leg.
Schultz?
I swear to God.
Yo, now that is some white boy shit.
Yeah,
right
he
there.
get white boy wasted.
It's the whitest shit I've ever heard.
Yeah, that is white boy shit for real. Let me look at this other one.
Tony Hinchcliffe absolutely destroying at the Netflix roast of Tom Brady. Many people, if you're like me, see these.
Called it deadlifting. Tom Brady is a patriot, which is surprising considering he looks like a Confederate fag. Clearly your ex-wife takes after you. I hear she's out there draining balls right now. People love you, Tom. You have the same fan base as Kyle Rittenhouse. Gronk, I'm happy you could take a break from writing Santa letters to be here today. I knew you were here when we were all out of chocolate milk backstage. You look like the final boss in George Floyd, the video game. Jeff is so Jewish, he only watches football for the coin toss. Sam J, an obese African-American lesbian. So by having here, Netflix checked off a lot of boxes.
Leave a like on this video and subscribe.
He literally left off the social. I think
he literally
most clips, it comes right after that.
Yeah, like
this
what
is getting
the
difficult.
fuck?
So maybe they had a point, man. It might be kind of hard to find some ammo against this nigga.
Damn, or at least
Tom is afraid of the Giants, which is why Kevin Hart is hosting. Tom Brady is a patriot, which is surprising considering he looks like a Confederate fag. Clearly your ex-wife takes after you. Jeff is so Jewish, he only watches football for best appearances, specials, and winning the Triple Crown at Churchill Downs. You might recognize Kevin as the jockey that rode her, and that's Churchill Downs the...
Jesus.
Wait, was there more after that?
No, it was a short.
Damn, why they keep cutting it off right before? Well, since we can't find it, I'll just try to preface it from what I remember. He was like, he was just going down the line. He was like, Andrew Schultz practices how to dap up black people.
That's what it was.
Something along those lines. He didn't say it like that, but
that was hilarious.
That was the premise.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I just really didn't like
you
that.
happy? You got what you wanted, nigga?
Yeah, did you? I think you said it perfectly.
Yeah.
I just really didn't like that there was, I just didn't like that.
Yeah.
It's a reflection of how trained his fucking co-hosts are.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of crazy because in that clip, I thought like kind of, I don't know. I saw that, but then I saw something different. Because when they were all bigging him up, giving him the love for doing his dream and all that shit, it felt like Alex was really about to cry. And it made me realize, I was like, these niggas like yes men potentially. Yeah. But I think it just boils down to they genuinely think that this nigga is like the greatest and they love that.
Yeah.
So they don't mind taking a back seat. Like they just honestly don't.
Right, I see what you're saying.
It
could be that too.
It's crazy it took 1,000 episodes to be like, oh, they really are just friends.
Yeah.
It's like if this nigga has a special coming out, we're all gonna like,
he's a friend.
We're gonna look like Flagrant in that moment because it's like we all bigging this nigga up.
But I don't know, that's a little different though. Just because it's a roast, so it's like
That situation is different though.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Well,
Like-
I love a nigga so much I don't think shit is funny about him.
Yeah, like
True.
we're reaching.
As comedians, we're reaching.
Yeah,
for sure.
like if we're just like talking about like accomplishments, that makes sense. Like MFG, Madison Square Garden. Yeah, like I ain't got nothing. I don't even have no smart ass jokes,
That's what I'm
nigga. I'm
saying.
just happy.
You
for
made your
know what
father
I'm saying?
proud, nigga.
Yeah, you know, but
Yeah.
nigga had a roast.
Hopefully he
good,
remembers.
Nobody had a good joke at a roast about you. This seems ridiculous. You know what I'm saying?
Especially
Like,
with that haircut, nigga.
Yeah, come on, dog.
That's
So-
low hanging fruit.
Yeah, it's really low hanging.
And I
That's
think-
low hanging fruit.
I think he did have like a real long weekend.
What you mean?
Because I think he filmed the special
Oh,
like
yeah, Madison Square
on
Garden.
Friday or
Yeah.
Saturday, and then he did
Saturday,
the roast
I think.
Sunday or some shit. It was a lot. Yeah, that's a lot of shit.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, he's on Adderall shot. I pray for Andrew.
I pray for his
man.
pharmacist.
Yeah. Yeah, them niggas. They were having some terrible takes musically, though. And I didn't watch the whole thing, but they had the episode before. Oh, man, that was even worse because they didn't have act to balance them out.
You know what's funny? There were parts of the beef that they couldn't even get to discussing because they couldn't agree on like who's bigger, Drake or Kendrick Lamar. Like,
Basic
nigga, the culture knows numerically who's bigger, who's more group. Like, we understand that, but they kept having to explain it, or kept having to explain it to niggas.
yeah.
Like, nah, man, what you gotta understand? Like, number one's number.
Hell yeah, that does fuck a conversation's flow.
You get what I'm saying? We
Yeah.
can't even get to the gist of it because we gotta
explain
we gotta
who-
sort out semantics.
It's one thing having white people in the conversation, but they have to come already knowing everything.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Nobody wants to babysit
Like
a
if you
fucking
don't-
white person.
Yeah, like if I'm telling you a barbershop story, but you don't understand the energy of a Saturday morning barbershop waiting for an hour.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and just end that conversation.
Because you don't.
I can't explain to this.
The
This is-
context is more important than what I have to say is my story.
Yeah, like
You
and
know
my
what I'm
story
saying?
only hits if you know this life.
Yeah.
Like, it's like-
Exactly.
it's like-
You're not even gonna realize what's funny about it.
Yeah, let's just talk about the fucking pumpkin patch,
That's
nigga.
what I'm
Like, you know what I'm saying?
It was relatable.
To y'all's point, he keep
Drake.
getting added on with more black people co-signing. He got 50 Cent now. That's the biggest nigga.
Look, next time we in New York, I'm a co-sign. So it's no
Yeah,
problem.
true.
But it is, I'm gonna do it in my way. It's like he's gonna have to.
Yeah, and that's the thing too with Andrew is even though I feel like that's just recently an angle that people have been saying, I never put the whole Andrew tries to act black thing up against him.
Yeah,
I
nah.
never thought that ever.
And I've seen
It's something that's happening more now, like people verbally saying it. But I never felt like that.
I still don't feel like that.
I never felt. Yeah, I still don't feel like
It's
that.
too
Have you
short.
seen people say that he puts on a black scent when he goes on Brilliant Idiots?
Yeah.
But
I've seen that too.
But have you been peeping it?
I don't know
as an
because-
actual thing that happens because
Not really
I don't.
because
He sounds the same.
He
to
sound
me.
the same, bro.
bro, he sounds the same. And on top
Yeah.
of that, it's like, bro, the conversations I have with my white friends, with my black friends, sounds different. I'm
Yeah.
still me.
Yeah.
But it's like our conversation sounds like niggas. You
I
know
gotta
what I'm saying?
explain less shit.
Yeah, like you know, and it's just if I'm with all my homeboys that are white, we might be talking about the same topics, but it's just gonna sound slightly different.
It comes out a little more
Yeah.
squarish. 'cause
Yeah, it's just I don't know.
dude dialect.
Yeah, so I
it's-
never
it's
thought
just
that.
dope.
Andrew always
Yeah.
sounded like a nigga from New York to me. A white dude from New York.
Yeah.
That's literally all he's
Yeah.
ever sounded like.
The
to me.
Manhattan
He's one of the
madman.
best at staying consistent in how he sounds, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Like just verbally.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. That's just the whole black thing. They're just adding that onto him now. I think it's funny either way.
It's easy to do it. Like,
and it's kind of I guess
it's easy.
I guess that's low hanging fruit too. You know,
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
That's all it is. It's low hanging fruit. It's
Yeah.
the easiest angle
Because
to
there's
take.
so many other things we could cook Andrew Schultz for. It's like
and that's
Shit,
the
even
thing.
his
like-
haircut is becoming hack. Like we can't really cook that shit no
can't
more.
even cook that no more.
Yeah.
He loves it.
And
Like,
Yeah.
And it's one of those things like it's hard to tell where the hate is coming from.
Right.
Like, are they saying that because he's acting black, or do they just like Shane Gillis more? You know what I'm saying? Like,
True.
who knows?
Yeah.
Like,
True.
It could just be like, fuck Schultz. Niggas been making videos about him for years.
Yeah. But yeah, let's get over to these office hours and then we'll get up out of here. Y'all got them in your phone too, right?
Yeah,
So-
office hours.
So we can go back and forth.
Shout out to everybody, man, who left a comment, who's been leaving comments, who's been thinking about it, but like are too scared to do it. But hashtag office hours, end of the episode. Any questions or concerns regarding, any podcast we like to talk about, anything you want to talk about, the universe, we'll answer the question. Being that I don't have it pulled up right now, somebody want to read the first one?
Yeah, you'd read the first one.
I just pulled it up.
Because I'm adding some more right now.
I think you meant to say I'm a certified CNC
machinist.
I also think CDG noticed Ack was on a run with guests calling into his stream and had to get some shine.
That is a fair point.
And Lauren, can you Google what a CNC machine is? Oh, wait, is that wood cutting? I think that's a wood cutting machine. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. We got a few of those in my job, so shout out to you.
Hey,
I was thinking about getting my training in that, getting a little raise, but
Okay.
I was about to say you could probably take that and actually get a real
apply to real life.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's practical skills, unlike what you were about to do.
That's great. You should do that.
You want to talk about your new occupation?
Something.
We sitting on the same couch,
hey,
nigga.
look, but nah, man, Johnny, I do agree with that. He was, Ack was on a roll call for just niggas calling in. Shit, I'm pretty sure AD called in and fuck around. But yeah, shout out to you, man. And if you are really good at your job, shit, make us something. You know what I mean? Make us a wood, a homeroom wood shop thing, a memorabilia or something.
Nah, man, actually something more fly than that. We could get a new table. That'd be crazy.
Yeah, it would be.
New table with an emblem on it.
Yo, if you make us a table with an emblem on it,
little resin covering, all that type of shit.
All
right.
We like
getting
wood
paid
grain.
for it. But shout out to Greed886.
I'm doing one more thing while y'all read these.
Okay. Hashtag office hours. If you got room for a fifth, I'll take care of the bugs each episode.
Just kidding.
Shout out to you, my nigga. Shout out to you.
We would love for you to come in here and swat bugs.
That'd be crazy. But you have to be quiet. You have to be quiet.
Yeah, facts. You have to do it quietly.
Nah.
As quiet as those bugs, nigga.
I think the more cartoonish, the better. What if this nigga just fell and broke this table?
That would be funny.
That'd be one of the most historical moments of this podcast.
That would be funny,
trying to
actually.
swat a firefly.
Trying to swat a fucking gnat. But this was his real question. To answer, I work in an office that allows me to listen to you guys at work.
I forgot we asked last episode to comment below what your occupation was. Yeah. So thank you guys for following, good directions. That was amazing. I forgot we did this.
Shout out to y'all niggas, man. Shout out to y'all niggas.
Hashtag office hours. Don't forget about the retail listeners. As a worker / manager for nearly 10 years, 70 to 80% of my scheduling hours went to after closing hours work. We all listen to podcasts while we work. And speaking of Drake's grooming habits, retail workers are bad.
Yes. Keep going.
Okay, I got confused. There has been plenty of times I've walked into the break room to hear a group of women talk about one of my associates they had that I know for a fact that just turned 18 either weeks or days prior. I don't know why I can't read right now.
Oh, the women grooming the men.
Yeah.
In that case.
Other way around.
I was just thinking in general, that is when shit gets weird. Because I remember seeing weird shit when I was my high school working job, but my supervisor and manager are flirting with the girls that I also go to high school, that are high school age that I work with. Nigga, that shit. Yeah, that was the last time I saw it in person.
Hell yeah.
On some high school shit.
I feel like retail, actually, there was more to her comment.
Retail, yeah.
Protect these children because, trust me, there's plenty of people talking to these children, waiting for their time to clock to 18. Love the shows. Keep it up. Well, yes. Do you personally know any, weird retail workers? We did a lot of retail sales.
I mean, I've gotten chose on by some customers when I was working at Harris Teeter.
But that's different though. We're talking about older women employees that are waiting for you to turn 18.
Nah, man.
You didn't stay at Harris Teeter long enough. Then you got fired, right?
I didn't stay there long enough. But I wish they would have waited till I was 18. Shit, at least they're following the law.
All right. Hashtag office hours. Do y'all think anything is off? Do y'all think anything is off with Ish, Maul, Ack, and his brother AJ, all for having same music take while Jay Leader and Joe Budden are on the same side with the Drake and K-Dot beef?
Jay Leader, I like that. I like that shit. I really do. But
Jay Leader, that's stupid though.
Jay Leader, yeah, because how?
It just don't make sense. If it rung, it would ring, but
that's hate.
Nah, Jay Leader.
That's what I'm saying. That's hate.
It's not the thing is
that's hate.
He's normally more creative than that.
What you mean?
He's normally more Jay Leader. That was lazy leak. That was lazy.
Lazy?
Yeah.
How you gonna call
Jay
another
Leader?
nigga being lazy trying to what are you talking about? But look, man.
What's your
Do
thoughts
I
on
think
this?
I think anything is off. I mean, nah, man, I guess What they trying to say? Like you're similar to 𝔓𝔦𝔐𝔓𝔦𝔑?
Yo,
and I'm similar to Joe Budden?
It's almost like he's alleging a conspiracy. Like,
I don't know.
Y'all don't think it's anything off with 𝔓𝔦𝔐𝔓𝔦𝔑, and AJ having the same text? Like, he's saying that shit like it's...
Yeah.
Bro, I'm
these
sorry.
coincidences couldn't happen.
Yeah, bro, like, there's two sides of this field.
Yeah.
The Drake and the Kendrick side. I'm sorry, I wanted Drake to win at first. The nigga lost.
Yeah,
I don't know what you want me to tell you, bro.
Hey,
Like,
That's another big thing that we never explained. Like, technically, Kendrick won, but I voted Drake.
That's what I'm saying, bro. There was one person, everybody had a favorite, nigga. Sorry.
Yeah, it was called an opinion. Don't make us cry.
Right.
But shout out to you, PD, man. You're a legend, always fucking supporting.
Yeah.
Shout out to Coach Ooze. Hashtag office hours. So how y'all just gonna ignore my office hours from last week? Damn. It's because y'all getting some engagement from Red Bar's fan base. Say it ain't so.
Oh, no.
If you need a refresher, the man called y'all Schwarzes. Huh?
Schwarzes.
Schwarzes.
It's a Jewish word, right?
Which is a derogatory and offensive term used by Jewish community towards black people, and y'all continue to ride his meat. To disregard and ignore it is one thing, but to come right back meat riding is wild as fuck. I expected better from y'all. And look, first of all,
to be clear, there's only one person riding his meat here because there's only one person he wants to ride his meat here. We know who that is. And what? Can we Google what that means? Because we can't just take his word for that.
Fucking nothing. But look, anyway.
But why are you caping for a white man that called you a derogatory term?
I mean, I guess you was doing it too, but...
Nah, I didn't say I was going to get butted up for him.
Look, man, you see when...
Black housekeeper or servant, the term is not always used.
So a black housekeeper or servant. Did he call us that for real?
I guess so.
I mean, is that not creative? Like, that's what I'm saying. We don't know who, like, the type of people that are watching us. And, you know, we don't really talk about it, but, like, I'm an amateur open micer. So, like, in my world, you can't really get offended with words, especially because I call white people a lot worse things on our Patreon, which is why you should pay for it.
A less transparent equivalent of nigger.
I've called white people way worse things, so I think we're fair. But yeah,
AJ,
man.
how you feel about that?
I mean, I've definitely let a go here and there before. So
Man, we literally have a whole. Where is it?
we have a whole board. It's over there.
We have a whole board with words that we've said that YouTube literally blocked, and it's probably what's your name? I'm gonna assume you're Mexican. We probably disrespected your people too, nigga.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
Hey, I mean, Red Bar's you know, I don't know what you want me to tell you.
Shit, nigga.
Like, you know.
That's what I'm saying. Fucking
yeah, so all this means that we just got to get more racist in return, nigga.
That's completely fine.
And what about Ooze made you feel like he was Mexican?
And honestly, us missing your office hours, I don't.
That was an accident. That wasn't because we prefer whites.
We don't miss office hours on purpose.
Yeah, nah, nigga, you probably put it in late.
Yeah, but that's honestly that's probably all it was. You probably put it in late, and then
did he call us that, or did he call him that?
I can't remember. It's in that screen.
What are you talking about?
I can't remember.
Because when you think about the definition of the word and what he wants you to do in his campaign, that's the same shit. Sidekick, a lackey.
Nah, man.
Had somebody you know just there to pick up your coattail when necessary.
And bro,
look,
I don't know. I listen to a few racist personalities.
Yeah,
don't give a fuck.
He employs one of them.
Yeah, right. It's just, it's not for everybody, nigga. I watch the Star Report faithfully.
Yeah,
you know
that's what I'm saying. You probably most people support racist people.
Right, most people are racist.
Well, hold on. That sounds crazy. Put it this way: we just don't care. That's the thing about racism, to where it only works if you're offended.
No, most people probably
with just like verbal racism. Sure.
No.
Okay.
Institutional racism is different.
Correct. Yeah.
Verbal
racism? Yeah.
I don't really.
You turn this shit into Kill Tony roast, nigga.
Yeah.
I was about to say, man.
German Schwartz.
Like, you got a word, I got a word for you too.
Pretty sure I've said.
Yeah, literally.
And I've said it. Said it with passion too, I'm sure.
Yeah,
you know
that's what I'm saying.
With your chest. Yeah, I've said it with my chest. Like,
that's what I mean.
You said it with conviction, like a
just,
soul's epiphany.
But it's different types of people. Like, we don't know, like, if you live a square life. Like, if he gets his friends through, like, the movie way of getting a friend.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's probably his life.
Yeah,
he's gotten all his friends, like through a nice exchange.
Man, I'm sorry you were offended for us. I just can't get caught up on it. You know what I'm saying? Respectfully.
But shout out to everybody that...
But that's it, though, for our office hours.
Yep. Shout out to everybody that commented, that has been supporting. Like we said before, all the information that we said of like why this was going to be shorter, even though it's not, is in the Patreon. Please go check it out. A lot of important information. And also, make sure you follow all social media platforms, 3 Oak, LOY, Homeroom. A lot of stuff is going to be posted, especially near the end of this month. But yeah, man, thank you for supporting. Hashtag Office Hours. Y'all know what to do. Like the video, comment. It's been good. It's been beautiful. J Nobles.
Tone Groove.
AJ the Menace.
White man behind the boards.
Yep.
And we out.